Welcome to OpenLegacy Hub. In this video, we will see just how easy it is to integrate with your Mainframe CICS system using APIs created with OpenLegacy Hub. Please note that we have already downloaded and installed the OpenLegacy CLI, and we have already logged into the Hub. For links and other details, please see the description below. In this first step, we will create a module. A module is a component of an API that connects directly to the data source. It comprises one or more assets, a connector, and configuration details. We will use the modules later when we create the project. To create the module, we enter the OL_create_module command and specify the connector and the module name. Then we must change directories to the module directory that was generated by the command. Enter the OL test connection command from the guide to test the connection to the mainframe. Assets are the legacy source file metadata in JSON format. They are the smallest functional unit of an API. We add the resources from the CLI. The add command generates the assets that represent the legacy program in JSON format. Here, we are adding two assets, OpenPolicy, input and output, and getPolicy, input and output. To test the assets, we must first provide synthetic test data. We replace the OpenPolicy input JSON in the project with test data. Then we enter OL test asset for the OpenPolicy asset to run the test and display the results. To test the getPolicy asset, we update the getPolicy input JSON file with the policy ID we just created using the OpenPolicy asset. Then we run the OL test asset command for getPolicy and see the results. Entering the OL push module command will push the newly created module to our account in the Hub. We will now create a new project in the Hub from the CLI using the module we just created. We can add multiple modules when we create a project. Using the OL create project command, we'll create a project in the Hub called Policy CICS microservice with the Policy CICS module, and will automatically generate the contract. The system lets us know when it succeeds. To run the no-code option, we update the name of the project and our API key in the Policy CICS no-code JSON file. Then we run the Docker compose command to create a no-code Docker container. The compose command pulls the project from the Hub using the API key we just updated. We will now test the API from the browser using OpenAPI. OpenAPI, also known as Swagger, is a standard specification that allows us to interact with a properly defined service and test it. After we open a browser window to OpenAPI from localhost 8080, we select the OpenPolicy API and click the Try It Out button. We enter the input data and click Execute. The system returns the response. We will use the return policy ID to test the getPolicy API, and we see the system's response. Returning to the Hub, we can see the Policy CICS microservice under the Projects tab. We can also see three views of the project: an overview, the modules, and the contract. Please note that you can create a new project here in the Hub as well as in the CLI, as we saw earlier. Thank you for watching this video. For links and other details, please see the description below.